Hello, I'm Chioma, and today something happened to me. So I was just walking, and then some girl had stopped me and was like, "Oh, you're so pretty." I was like, "Thank you," and then she asked me like, "How do you do it?" And for a second, I was kind of confused, like, "How do I do what?" And she was like, the self-care, like maintaining yourself, all that stuff. And then I started explaining to her some things and just giving her little tips, because I'm literally on my way home. It's only so much I can tell you just right then and there. So I did what I did, and I told her the name of this YouTuber that I follow. But then I was like, if you had your own YouTube channel where you could talk about these things, which I do like talking about, you could have just given her your YouTube channel. So here I am, and I'm going to start my own YouTube channel, and I'm going to talk about beauty, wellness, skincare, all these things I love to do. Like, I love talking about it to my friends, my family. Like, girl, they don't want to know, but I tell them anyways, because I like talking about it, and that's all that matters. So, first things first, I do feel like being pretty is up to each person's interpretation, but when you feel like you look good, it's just such an amazing feeling, and it gives you such a boost of confidence, because like you can step out into the world like, yeah, I look good, like I look good, yeah. So I want to delve into all the things that come into looking good, but we're gonna start from the basics. So it's my belief that when somebody sees you, not too close, but not too far either, like you're walking by them, like you're walking by their car, like I was, or you're like, I don't know how many feet, child, but let's say they see you not too close, not too far, just close enough though, they're able to see top to bottom. I do think there are three things that are in that moment most important. So your overall outlook, what is most important in your overall outlook to be considered pretty or attractive or whatever, or just good looking, like, oh, this person looks good? What does that entail? To me, there are three things that matter the most in that moment: hair, skin, what's the third thing? Oh, and body. Hair, skin, and body. Okay, let's start with the hair. Oh, if you're wondering, I'm holding like a mirror in my hand, so if you see some flashes of light, that's what it is. Cause I'm used to talking to myself in the mirror, so it's just a comfort thing, because this is my first time recording the video and everything. So I'm gonna comfort myself until I get used to not seeing myself while I talk. Cause right now I'm using the back of my phone, so I can't really see myself, which is so strange. So if you see me doing like this, I'm trying to look at myself in the mirror behind me. Okay, and sometimes I'm looking down in the mirror in my hand, just so I can feel like I'm talking to somebody and not just the phone. Okay. Hair. When it comes to hair, girl, just make it look good. I feel like you could wear your natural hair, you could wear wigs, you can wear weaves, whatever, as long as it looks good. So the thing is, you need to figure out what style you can do that you can maintain, or what kind of styles you can maintain. Some girls can't do the natural hair. They can't maintain it. If they try to force themselves to like be like, okay, I'm only gonna wear natural hair, it's gonna be a mess. They're going to be looking crazy because they can't maintain their natural hair. Some girls, they can do everything, okay, with their natural hair, to where they come out looking so good, you're like, oh my god, can I hire you? That's not everybody's story. Some girls, they can't maintain a wig. Some girls cannot maintain a closure or a frontal. Some girls can. Some girls cannot maintain a leave out. Some girls can. It's all about you and what you can maintain, what you can do. Personally, I do tend to wear a lot of synthetic wigs because I feel like I make it look good. Like, it looks good on me. I can maintain it. I don't mind doing my own hair. So it's like, to me, it's not a big deal. Like, this right now is a synthetic wig, because to me, I'm like, I look good. It looks good. That's it. Right? But it's some people There should not be anywhere close to a synthetic wig, especially if they cannot maintain it. Because synthetic wig does take a level of maintenance. I believe more maintenance than a human hair, because synthetic can get matted easily, and it can just be a lot if you don't know what to do. So it's all up to each person. But the thing is that I like the synthetic wigs. It's cheap and I can try different styles, girl. I don't have no qualms about cutting this wig. Like, this is not how it came. I've cut it. I've done so many things to it. I don't really care. If it gets messed up, I'm throwing it away and buying a new one. But I feel like when I get, my virgin and raw bundles, it's like I'm a little more hesitant. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't do that. So I it's up to you. Some girls are like, I want the virgin, I want the raw. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that it looks good. But then also with hair, I feel like you should add in a bit of personal taste, like how Beyonce does with the blonde. You can pick something that you feel, just describes you a little bit, like a bang moment. You can do the voluminous curls, like, with Letitia and stuff. Like, do something to where it's like, oh, I like that. Like, it's cute, but it's also you. Don't be afraid to experiment a little bit, right? Not everybody needs a 30-inch bust down. It doesn't have to be straight. You can do layers, do curls. You can do bangs and bob. You can do a long bob. Like, just try different things. You can try an ashy blonde. You can try a ginger color, maybe some 99J, a little purple undertone type thing. Like, feel free to experiment, I feel, right? Because it's not just about looking good for other people, it's also looking good to yourself and liking what you see when you look in the mirror. That part is very important. Like, liking what you see, to me, is like quite possibly the most important part. So even though, yes, you want to look good to other people, you also want to look good to yourself. That part is very important. Now, the second thing I said was what? Skin. I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to makeup application, the skin is the makeup, right? Like, the base is always more important than whatever you put on it, because don't forget, makeup is meant to enhance what's already there. If the skin is already smooth, you can do minimal makeup and be good. Like, my skin right now is at an okay stage, right? It's the best I've had, like, my whole life, but it's still not like top tier. But I have noticed a big difference compared to before, when I used to have the acne and everything. Like, now, sometimes people will be like, oh, I love your makeup, girl. It's just a blush and lip gloss. And people wouldn't know. They would think I put on makeup. If I put on a little powder, like a little brown finishing powder, people are thinking I put on the whole face. And it's like, no, it's just because it applies a lot smoother, because the skin is smoother, right? So when it comes to your skin, go see a dermatologist. Have them give you the medicated shit. I'm not gonna say, oh, these other things don't work, but sometimes it's genetic. It's like hormonal, like the cystic acne, girl. I'm sorry. Korean beauty is probably not gonna deal with your cystic acne. It's not. Go see a dermatologist. Go get the laser treatments. Save your money and go get laser treatments. Yeah, yeah. I have tried a bunch of things. Just go see the professionals. I'm being so serious. That's the biggest advice I can give you. Just go see the professionals. Like, just forget all that, all those little products. Because here's the gag: when you see the professionals, you don't even need all them products, Sean. You get the retinol, you get the moisturizer, you get the cleanser, all medicated, all helping you deal with your facial issues, your acne issues, whatever problems you're having. So you don't even have to stress. Yeah. Definitely go see the professionals. That's my personal and professional opinion as someone that has experienced acne for years and then suddenly doesn't have acne anymore. Girl, save your money, go to a dermatologist. Yeah. The third thing is body. Ugh. When it comes to body, a lot of people think weight loss, which, yes, but with the weight loss, how do I put this? You don't have to do too much. Start small. Don't rush it. Don't force it. Don't overdo it. Start small. I will say though, if you can, stay away from fast food. Really. Like, I'm not even joking. Stay, especially certain fast foods. There are definitely some like better options when it comes to fast food. So you can look on TikTok and stuff for like better options in different places. If I really need food then and there, then I have the options I will usually gravitate towards. But I try not to eat fast food. I would rather get food from a restaurant than get fast food. And then even when it comes to restaurants, you need to know like what kind of food you're getting, right? Personally, I like to stay like with the Asian foods because I feel like a lot of their foods tend to have veggies and meat, right? So they'll have the rice bowls with the rice, veggies, and meat. They have the banh mi's with the bread, veggies, and meat. They have the noodles with veggies and meat. Like a lot of their stuff has veggies and meat. It's not overly. I mean, I don't go for the like heavy stuff, like the fried things and the saucy this and that. I usually don't go for those. I go for the lighter stuff. I like things where I can look at my food and be like, okay, there's a piece of lettuce, there's some rice, there's some of this, some of that. I like those kind of foods. So I would say go more towards those things. Just think more healthier choices. And then even with that, like when it comes to snacking, you have to see if whatever you're eating is kind of worth the calories, right? Sometimes you don't always have to do calorie counting, right? Like, how do I say? How do I explain this? If you really want a cookie, have a cookie. But then, if you're like, oh, I just want a snack, right? It's actually better for you to just have a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A than to have a cookie. They're about the same calories, but then the chicken sandwich is going to keep you fuller for longer and it has more protein. But if you're like, no, I desperately want a cookie, oh, by all means, have a cookie. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, is the cookie the better option than the sandwich? Not all the time. It just depends on what your goal is, which is the thing. You need to know what your goal is. Is your goal to lose weight or is your goal just to have a more balanced diet, right? And then do not underestimate the power of small changes, like small tweaks, taking your coffee order from 400 or 500 calories to like 300 calories. That's saving you 200 calories a day. And the truth is, you probably will not notice the difference. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, just tweaking the sweetness of your unhealthy stuff a little bit is not gonna make the biggest difference. And like, it will make a difference in your body though. This is what I'm saying. Personally, when it comes to sodas, I stay with the 0 calorie ones. Oh, I actually have a bottle of the Sprite Zero. Yeah, it's finished now, but I stay with the zero calories because personally, it doesn't taste any different to me. What did I just say? Yeah, it doesn't taste different. It tastes just the fucking same to me. I probably shouldn't cuss on here, but it tastes the same to me. So yeah, I just stay with the 0 calorie one, and especially the 0 calorie, the zero sugar, not 0 calorie. With the Coke, the zero sugar, to me tastes just the same or even better than the zero sugar. Wait, I'm confusing y'all. The zero sugar tastes the same or better to me than the regular Coke. Damn, that was a tough sentence to get out. Hold on, I'm thirsty. Give me a second. Don't forget to drink your water too. I've been slacking lately. I'm not even gonna lie. I have been slacking on drinking my water, but we're gonna fix that. That's how you know you're talking a lot. Like, you start getting thirsty, your mouth starts getting dry. But yeah, And then even with the exercise, like, do an exercise you know you're gonna do, right? Like, do what you know you're gonna do. Don't sit here and be like, oh, I'm going to do an hour on the stairmaster every day, but you don't even like the stairmaster. Girl, just go for a walk. That's the thing. Is more consistency is more important than just this random spikes in, oh, I did an hour yesterday. You're better off just doing 10 minutes every day the entire week than doing just 1 hour 1 day a week. Consistency is better. You're better off doing shorter, more consistent things than doing just one burst of whatever it is, right? Even with, and this goes to everything we've talked about today, because I'm about to round up. We can talk more into these individual sessions a little bit more later. I think that's what we're going to do actually. I'm going to break down each of these three, and then I'm going to move to the next thing, right? So, like I was saying, it's more important to do everything consistently. Even with the eating, it's more important to eat like in a health, like to cut down those little calories more consistently than to not eat 1 day during the week. If that makes sense. You're better off cutting down 200 calories every day for weeks or months than to just sit there and try to not miss 1 day of eating every month or every week. Like, the more consistent behavior is better, and that's the same with your skincare routine, right? You're better off doing your skincare routine a shorter, more consistent skincare routine than doing a whole bunch of things one Saturday evening. It's just better to do the more consistent thing. That's all for today. Today was more of an introduction, and I am planning to delve into each of those categories more before we move to the next category, which is like zoomed in. So in the next category, we're going to be talking about the face, and I'm going to tell you about the basic things for the face, and then we'll just build up from there. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you want me to talk about anything. Somebody's calling me, so perfect timing. Bye. Talk to you later.